What is up, folks? Danny here with another quick firearms video, and I want to talk about what I think Smith & Wesson could do to make the Shield Plus better. Just before we start, I am going to show you that we do have a clear firearm here. As you can see, we have nothing in there. We also have nothing in there. So I will pull the trigger in a safe direction, slap that safety off first, and also might as well do this while we're at it. So anyway, we have a safe Smith & Wesson Shield Plus. So anyway, yeah, what I'm talking about in this video is what do I think we can do to make the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus better? Obviously, I believe it's pretty dang good already. You don't need to do a lot of things to make it better. The trigger is amazing, and actually now that the firearm has been broken in, it's even better than it was when I first got it. So it's definitely broken in firearm. It is a little dirty. I do carry this thing every single day. So, you know, it's not going to be in perfect shape, but to me, it's in pretty dang good shape, and it runs flawlessly. I mean, there's really nothing bad I can say about this firearm, but I will tell you that there are things that I think Smith & Wesson could do to make it better. And I already do know that there is the Performance Center version of this, which has, I believe, up here there is it's a ported barrel and a, it's kind of compensated, which I think is cool. That's something they already do. They also put some better sights in there as well, and they also make it red dot capable by having it cut ready for red dot. So yeah, so they do that already. But things that I do think they can do, the Bodyguard 2.0 by Smith & Wesson that just came out, it has serrations on top. I think if they took those serrations that they did on the Bodyguard, they're not like this. They're a little bit more aggressive, and I think they look pretty cool. If they did that on the top of the firearm as well, I think that would, not only make the aesthetic better, but it would actually help, make it so you could grip from up there as well. I think that in the front of this, see how the gun is squared off like that? Well, even Glock has kind of, I mean, they've done it right here in the bottom, but I think they should do that on the top too. Cause I think that what it does is it just kind of looks goofy. To be honest, I think that if it was more rounded off, it would just make this firearm just look more aesthetically pleasing, as well as you're taking off a little bit more weight off the slide. And I know it doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it kind of does make a difference, especially when you go from like firing this gun to like firing a heavier gun like this one. This is the Zev P320, which I've got decked out as well. But the reason I have this gun here is to kind of go over some stuff too. I think the Shield Plus could also use Picatinny rail. It doesn't have a rail. You can get specific lights that mount that clip to the trigger guard, but I would like to see a rail there just for a small light. Not that you need it on a firearm like this, but I want to be able to make that decision on my own. I don't want Smith & Wesson telling me you can't do it with this gun, because I think you can do it with this gun. They just aren't doing it yet. So I want to see that as well. I think that would be a good thing. I want to see ambidextrous slide stop, at least. Just ambidextrous slide stop. It doesn't need to have the magazine to be ambidextrous, although in my opinion, I think it's better to have an ambidextrous magazine, just because, for instance, what if you break your hand? Like, what if your right hand is broken? If you're right-handed, what are you going to do? How are you going to draw your pistol and manipulate it and drop the mag and stuff? You can't. You're going to have to switch it over to the other side. It's a pain in the ass. Might as well just make everything ambidextrous these days. That's my opinion. So yeah, that's another thing that I think Smith & Wesson could do. Another thing, they could add the you know, the ledge or whatever that many companies are starting to do now. That, you know, this my Zev right here has a gas pedal, which is, you know, you stick your thumb there when you're, keep hitting the camera, sorry about that, but you stick your thumb there and it kind of, you know, it's a ledge to stick your thumb on. It's kind of like a grip for an AR-15, but for a pistol. But anyway, that's one more thing that I think would be beneficial to the Shield Plus. Other than that, maybe make it so you have an option if you want like suppressor height sights or not, or maybe just give us an option of different sights. I like these sights a lot, and I'm not going to change them. There's no reason to, because, you know, it's a concealed carry gun and there's really no reason to. But like I said earlier, it's nice to have options, and you know, the more options the better. And you're going to sell more firearms if you have more variations of them. Obviously they already started doing it, but yeah. I don't really care for like slide cuts and stuff, like light, like where they put holes in the barrel. I don't really care for that as much, but I do think, like I said earlier, by just, you know, cutting it, like doing more aggressive serrations would be cool. Also on top, many companies are putting like this here. It's like a glare. So when you're aiming down the sights, it doesn't glare. I think doing that on top of the Smith Wesson Shield Plus would be amazing as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other nitpicky things that I think could make this gun any better than it already is. Like I said, it's already an amazing gun. You know, it has a 10-round mag, it has a 13-round mag, and it has a 15-round mag, so you can carry it. There's no excuse for not carrying it. Like, you can make it small, you can give it the capacity you desire, for the most part. But yeah, just, you know, those are just my thoughts. This is my opinion. I've carried this gun for a while. It's well broken in. I love it. I am very good with it. I can shoot very well with this gun. But anyway, if you like my video, I really, really, really appreciate you watching. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Do it. Come on, you can do it. Thank you. Goodbye.